Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, motherfuckers. It's your man in the 100 grand Doc Garcia, man. and I want to talk about the ladies for a minute, man. It's very, it's there are very few times in life. Well, I put it like this: some men have game. Some men can pull like the finest women. Some men can pull the best of the best based off a game. Some men pull women based off of how much money they got, you know? And some men just can't pull women at all. You know, like I said, as a guy, you know, you know, guess what? Women aren't gonna come up to you and holler at you like that unless you look like a fucking supermodel or unless you got like a whole bunch of money. So as a guy, it's up to you to know how to pull chicks, you know? And this is a craft that we guys develop over life, over a span of life. I'm talking about from boyhood to manhood. And we learn how to deal with rejection, and we learn how to deal with we start getting a stride once we know what we're worth. Once we start talking to women enough, we start knowing what works for us. We start knowing how women will react. We start knowing, our personal charms and what could possibly work as far as getting a woman. Some guys just don't know that. The guys that don't know this are kind of like the incel kind of guys, the black pill kind of guys. Those are the ones who feel like women just owe them pussy, but they're a whole nother fucking story. Anyway, I mentioned that to mention this. Today I want to talk about have you ever pulled a girl who good and damn well is out of your league? Or like, have you ever pulled a 10? Have you ever pulled a 9 or a 10? Now, some people are very liberal with defining a woman who is a 10. A woman who's a 10 I'm talking about perfect all the way around the fucking board physically. And I'm talking about their attitude has to somewhat match, you know? Like, I put it like this: to me, you can't be a 10 if you got a stinking ass attitude. If you're a 9 or a 10 in looks, and you fucking have a bad attitude, to me that automatically drops you down to a 5. So with that being said, in my lifetime, I've pulled girls in my lifetime. I pulled a few women in my lifetime. It is what it is. No bragging or whatever. But out of the women that I've pulled in my lifetime, which there have been a good number, I say I'm not gonna lie. The majority of them have been 6s and 7s, and then you got the occasional 5. But out of all of them, I'd say maybe in my lifetime, because I'm real strict when it comes to what I consider a 9 or a 10. In my lifetime, I've pulled maybe about 5 or 6 10s, or like 9s to 10s. The common trend with these women that I've pulled that have been 10s, a lot of them have not come from America. A lot of them aren't from America, you know? So, yeah, man, it's like, when you pull a chick that's a 9 or a 10, usually she's always the finest one in the group of friends that she hangs around. She's always the finest one in the group. A 9 or a 10, she never talks down on men because she doesn't have a problem with men. She doesn't have a problem getting a man, you know, you know, and she carries herself a certain way. She has a certain air about her. A fucking woman that's a 10, a 9 or a 10, this is how they carry themselves. So in my lifetime, I've pulled about 5 or 6 9s to 10 that's been in the 9 to 10 range. I'd say one, it was this Brazilian chick that I pulled when I was living in Atlanta. Met this fine ass Brazilian chick. She was like about a 9. She was, she was all that. This chick named Helena, she was from Poland. I flew up to Poland to see her. She was that fucking fine. Motherfucking flew to Poland to see her. I'm talking about like green eyes, blonde hair, like milky skin, not one blemish on it. She had like abs and shit, like C cup titties that was sitting up, motherfucking perky ass. She wore dresses all the time. Motherfucking, I'm talking about statuesque legs and shit. And she walked like a 10. She spit in, the Polish accent. That was a 10. And I pulled like this. She was so fucking fine. I was like, God damn, I can't believe I pulled this chick. Because I'll be the first to let you know. I'll be the first motherfucker to let you know. I ain't no model. I ain't rich or none of that fucking shit. But, if I see something I want, I'll go for it. And that's why I got her. So that's the second woman I've pulled that's been in the 9 or 10 range. Third woman I've pulled that was in the 9 or 10 range was this chick. She was half Irish and she was half Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? Fine as hell. Put all these American women to shame. Real talk. I mean, who else? Motherfucking who else? This woman that I pulled when I was in Spain. She was a flamenco dancer. Like, if you know about Spanish culture, you know about flamenco dancing. Like, they got some dances where, they be, they play the Spanish guitar and they do all these hand motions and they got like the flamenco dress on. Yeah, pulled a flamenco dancer and she was, oh God, she was a 10. She was a motherfucking 10. Like, hands fucking down. I'm talking about motherfucking fine ass Spanish chick, like dark black hair, olive skin, motherfucking green eyes, motherfucking, her titties was like B cup, but her ass was like fucking, like, whoa, her ass was on some Megan Thee Stallion shit. And speaking of, this girl that I'm talking about puts Megan Thee Stallion to shame. This girl was so fine, she makes Megan Thee Stallion look like Megan the Stud. So what's that? Like the fourth one? And I'll say like the fifth 10 that I ever pulled in my life. What was her name? This girl that I pulled that was from the Ukraine. And she was a blonde chick from the Ukraine. And goddamn, she was fine. Probably the finest girl I ever dated. Blonde chick, blue eyes, fair skin. She had like the back dimples and shit. So you hit it from the back. You got a place to put your thumbs because she got them back dimples, bruh. And she was like all of that. Like, hell, when she hung out with her friends, you knew who the alpha woman was because it was her every time. And she had some fine ass friends, but her friends could not fucking compare to her. So I'd be like, it's crazy when you date women who are a 9 or a 10. When you date women who are in that caliber, they have the options to pull men who are richer than you, men who are better than you, men who got their shit together more or whatever. Now I know I ain't rich. I know I ain't no motherfucking Chris Hemsworth or Idris Elba or none of that fucking shit. I know I'm not any of that shit. But like I said, if I want something, I'm going for it. And here's the thing: when you pull a woman that's a 9 or a 10, you have to keep your composure. Because if you don't keep your composure, your natural nature, I mean, your natural fucking giddiness of over fucking having a 10 will fucking overcome you and you'll fucking start acting like a simp. And you do not want to act like a simp around a 9 or a 10. So, yeah, man. So you date a fucking 9 or a 10, yo, you gotta treat her like she's a fucking 4 or a 5. Cause if you don't keep your composure around a 9 or a 10, she gonna be like, look at this motherfucker, man. Look at this motherfucker simping, and she'll motherfucking easily, kick your ass to the curb, cause she got options. So with a 9 or a 10, you gotta motherfucking know that you got options too. Maybe not a 9 or a 10, but another 9 or a 10, because they hard to find. But you got options too. So don't be overcome with joy because you fucking a chick that's fine like that. Just keep your composure. And yeah, man, the best thing you can do to get a 9 or a 10, man, real talk, stay in the gym, stay on your purpose. Don't fucking be out here, all overjoyed and acting like a simp. Don't motherfucking approach her with sex on your mind. Approach her with conversation. Approach her like that, and 9 times out of 10, you'll at least get a number. You'll at least get one date out of her, if anything. Like a lot of people out here, a lot of dudes out here do not know how to handle dating a 9 or a 10. And some dudes won't even approach a 9 or a 10 because they scared. Now they'll approach a fat bitch in the club at the end of the night because they know they can have sex with a fat bitch at the end of the night that's in the club, or they'll approach some goddamn bust down ghetto chick or some fucking some old country redneck chick. They'll approach chicks like that because 9 times out of 10, they know that they can pull these chicks. So they don't have no problem getting at those chicks. Like I said, I haven't met 1 10 that was from America. Not one. I don't even think, even what fucking people consider beautiful here in America, I don't consider beautiful, man. Like, for example, okay, I just mentioned Megan Thee Stallion, right? People be like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion so fine. Oh, Cardi B so fine. They look like clowns to me, man. They wearing these overly grown eyelashes. They look like if they fucking blink, they'll levitate off the fucking ground. They be wearing these motherfucking wigs that look like hair helmets. They be walking around with fucking caked up fucking makeup on their face. Look like a goddamn pancake on their face. They look like clowns with all that makeup. A 10 does not have to fucking try that hard to look that fine. A 10 will not have a whole bunch of caked up makeup on her. A 10 doesn't even really have to put makeup on to look good. They just motherfucking radiate that shit, man. I'm just fucking saying, bro. Like, and it trips me out, man. Here in America, when I see all these delusional ass females out here who walk around here thinking that they a 10. Shit, yeah. I mean, a lot of y'all in the manosphere, y'all watch Kevin Samuels and shit, right? Shout out to him. He doing his thing. And a lot of fucking women that be on the show, they be out here lying like a motherfucker talking about they a 10. I'm like, bitch, you are not a motherfucking 10. You are not a fucking 10. Not even close. And you out here talking about you a 10? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It be chicks out here that are like, I mean, they be fat as hell. They look like shit. They got mad kids by mad dudes and all kinds of shit. And they out here thinking they a 10. And you know what, man? You know what? You know who the fuck I blame for that shit? I blame a lot of you guys. Because a lot of you guys will say anything to a fucking woman to fucking get in her pants, including telling her that baby you a 10. Bitches be out here walking around with bonnets on their head in public. Bitches be out here fat as hell, ain't worked out since high school PE class. Bitches out here got more kids. She got more kids than a motherfucker. And then, you know, and y'all out here calling these chicks 10s simply because, oh, she got a fucking fat ass. Man, let me tell y'all something. Having a fat ass does not necessarily equal beauty. Y'all just looking at her goddamn fat cellulite ridden ass, and that's all y'all are seeing is, oh, I just want to put my dick between her cheeks, man. That's not what beauty is. Y'all just looking at chicks' asses and just motherfucking looking at that shit and fucking calling it beautiful. She'll have a fat ass but an alright face and a stank ass attitude. And y'all calling these chicks 10s. I don't know what to tell y'all motherfuckers, man. But like I said, man, shoot. When it comes to 10s and all that shit, or 9, I mean, you know, y'all motherfuckers need to start you know, investing in yourself, having faith in yourself, you know, investing in purpose in yourself, you know, exude masculine frame, you know, and stop caring so much about what this girl is going to think of you. At this point in life, because I'm about to be 40 soon. I'm about to be 40 in a year. And at this point in my life, man, you got to motherfucking just throw caution to the wind, man. Like, you just got to stop giving a fuck about, oh, well, what she might think of me or what they might think of me or whatever. Approach who you want to approach. Have confidence in who the fuck you are. You know? Because, man, like, I'm telling you, man, you know, we as men, we all have our individual journeys that we go through to fucking earn the title of being men. So, just know that. Fucking realize that shit. And goddamn walk around this world with that confidence. Walk around this world with that masculine frame. And don't be out here being scared to talk to girls. Well, girls that are fucking 9s or 10s. But I'll tell you one thing. If you ain't got your shit together and you ain't trying to get your shit together, you have no business approaching a 9 or a 10. Hell, you have no business approaching an 8 or a 7 if you ain't out here trying to get your shit together. If you out here jacking off 24/7, playing video games in your mama's basement, fucking jobless, and ain't trying to goddamn get your shit together, then you know what? You have no business approaching a 9 or a 10, dog. So I'm just saying, you know, goddamn, get what you know you worth, man. And I ain't saying necessarily get a 9 or a 10, but don't be afraid to approach their ass either, man. That's all I got to say, man. It's your boy, Doc G. You know, out here doing the damn thing. Your boy out. Peace.